本期视频，我们跟随一位华裔女孩回国，这是她毕业后第一次以打工人的身份回到父母的故乡，才发现长辈的选择竟然深深影响了自己的人生。她的人生轨迹和堂妹完全不同，与父母在中国的原生家庭关系也变得复杂而尴尬。她对此表现出非常的不适。虽然出国给了她非常优越的生活，但她直言再也无法真正融入中国社会。来看影片。
My life could have been so different. Everything you guys have ever seen of my life. It's something I always think about now. So I finally went back to China after not having been for like maybe 4 or 5 years, because typically I would go back every like 2 to 3 years max. This was the first time I was going as like a post-grad working adult. And there is something I've thought about at least a couple times a week since I've been back. And I've been back for like several months now. I know that when I talk about having like immigrant parents or family back in China, a lot of you guys can relate to me. However, I feel like I don't have that many friends that can relate to me in this one sense. So on my mom's side, she is the youngest of 3 older brothers. So all of my uncle's kids are like way older than me, as in all of my cousins on my mom's side are probably like late 30s, which makes sense given that my mom's oldest brother is, I think, at least like 15 years older than her. On my dad's side, he is a middle child. He has 1 older sister and 1 younger brother. Now, I know this is the case for some places in North America as well, for example, like New York, but in China, at least mainland, for what I know, in most cities, you test for what high school you're going to go to in middle school or elementary school. Obviously, the higher test scores will go to like the better high schools. On my dad's side, I have 2 cousins because his older sister had 1 son, his younger brother had 1 daughter. That's the cousin that's been in all my vlogs being such a rock star. You guys have said a lot of nice things about her, and I just have to come on here and say, like, everything you guys have been saying is so on point. The fact that you can see through my vlogs, she is such a considerate, compassionate, and fun person. I really wish that we had literally grown up together in the same city. Instead, I would just see her every time I went back to China, and when you're like little kids, obviously we would always get along after that like initial little like awkward period, but at the same time, like it would be the same thing every time I went back, like unfamiliarity and then getting to know each other again, because 2 to 3 years is like a big disruption time. Anyway, on my dad's side, my dad went to like the good high school because he had really good test scores, and I'm pretty sure my aunt and uncle, like his siblings, just went to like the regular high school, like the local high school. What really just blows my mind is the fact that that girl cousin and I have had completely different and separate lives. It's not like the kids of my cousins on my mom's side, who some of them are like around my age too, because those cousins of mine ended up moving to like bigger cities. Like I have a cousin who started his family in Shanghai, and honestly, from my understanding, their kid gets to take like fencing lessons, chess lessons, multiple kinds of tutoring, whereas my little cousin is actually 2 years younger than me, but she grew up in that same small town that my dad grew up in. She did go away for university, and one of the biggest factors why she ended up moving back to that town is honestly because of my grandma, because my uncle and aunt on my dad's side now, like they have their own lives. My uncle runs like his own store and like has his own business. My aunt doesn't even live in the same house anymore because she has her own family. My cousin actually told me that, to be honest, some days if my uncle is really busy at the store, if my grandma didn't have my cousin to talk to like here and there, she wouldn't actually speak to a single human the entire day. And that did actually break my heart, because that must have been what her life was like when my cousin went away to university. And even though she wants to move to a bigger city in China now, it's like she's the one with all the burden of leaving my grandma. Whereas my sister and I don't have to deal with that. We don't have that burden. We didn't grow up with my grandma, and that cousin did. Like she and my grandma are extremely close because she literally was one of her caretakers from birth to now. That cousin and I have just grown up in such different circumstances, all because our dads just took different paths. She grew up in that small town her whole life because her dad stayed in that town. My dad went to a better high school and then better university and then got a better job and then got to immigrate to North America. My life could have been so different. Everything you guys have ever seen of my life, like my little working in the tech industry vlogs, my little apartment downtown Vancouver, me traveling, me shopping. That being said, if my dad hadn't went to the high school and university that he had, he wouldn't have been working the job he was working where he met my mom. They did not work at the same company, by the way. They met through work because their work like crossed paths. So I may have just not been born, I guess. The thing that I feel like most of my friends can't relate to is the fact that I don't have a single cousin who lives outside of China. My mom and dad are the only individuals from their entire respective families to not live in China, to have moved away from China. But it just blows my mind because everyone I know in Canada, like their cousins live like 3 blocks from them, or like a 20-minute drive away, and their aunt and uncle live there too, and they grow up with their cousins in the same city. Like, if you think about it, your level of separation from a cousin, or your like degree of separation, is like so thin. It's something I always think about now. I definitely want to be able to go back to China more often and hang out with that cousin and also see my grandma. She's actually my only grandparent left. But I also do feel like it's tricky for me to like go to Asia often. I told that cousin, if you come here, I will show you a good time. Like, I will treat you to everything. So I'm hoping that within the next while, she's able to make a trip out to North America, her first time. And obviously I will show her the world, because if you guys watched my China vlogs, she was doing the most for me, and she's younger than me. It's absolutely crazy to me, like so mind-blowing, that in another universe maybe we could have like grown up together, but that we've always been on not only like opposite ends of the globe, but like completely different environments. Because again, my dad's hometown is a small town. It's not one of those big cities in China at all. Of course, every city in China now has like advanced a lot. I don't know if you guys saw my little viral video of her paying at the supermarket with her face scan. Technology goes a long way, and she's also like traveled a lot within China, and I think within Asia she's been a couple places as well. So I'm by no means saying like, oh, she hasn't gotten to do much in life. It's just that her version of life and mine are just, and they could have been, I don't know. It's just, let me know if you guys relate to this. Let me know if anyone out there has like the same situation with their family. Okay, that's today's TED Talk. Thanks for watching.
Later.
其实当我第一次看完这个视频，我就发现了他的评论区底下有很多不是太好的声音。很多人都在说华裔回来不应该说回国，有人觉得动作表情太夸张，甚至带着一股莫名的优越感。有人说他明明长着中国人的脸，却完全是外来的中国人，里外不是人。这些评论背后其实折射的是很多华裔心里那种尴尬。一方面，出国给了他们更好的生活，更多选择，但另一方面，他们失去了根，失去了那种从小被家庭文化完全浸润的归属感。你看，他和堂妹的生活完全不同，他在国外长大，享受的机会、环境和资源都不一样，而堂妹在老家，生活虽然普通，却背负着家庭的责任和延续的文化。回去以后，他能感受到亲情，但那种隔阂又让他难以完全融入，也让观众有共鸣。这不仅是个人的故事，更是很多华裔子女共同的困境。明明有中国血统，却像在两边漂泊。有人说，这就是里外不是人，我觉得说的一点都没错。这种尴尬隔阂，有时候甚至比距离更难跨越。出国给了他自由和优越感，但也让他在根的这边变得陌生。看到这里，换位思考的话，如果是你，你会选择去面对这样的现实，还是选择在自己的舒适圈里生活？这个问题看似简单，但牵扯到家族、文化甚至历史，也是一个非常难选择的致命问题。而这个华裔女孩在回国以后发生的故事，我认为只是这个时代众多华裔孩子的经典缩影。相信随着这2年中国实力带给西方世界的震撼，会让这样的事越来越少。我们一定会自信的，就像当年的美国人一样。
在瑞典的小朋友，他们其实并没有像我们在国内所认为的那样学习的那么轻松。相反，有很多的华裔小朋友，他们的家长更注重自己孩子学习中国文化，他们希望孩子从小就开始学中文。而且在瑞典当地的小学、初中和高中，越来越多的学校开始设置中文作为第2语言的学科，开始让越来越多的小朋友学习中文。所以听到这个消息以后，我感到很自豪，觉得中文真的是在传播，中国越来越强大了，所以全世界的人都在学中文。中国的强大让自己在这里有机会可以更好的生活下去，重新找到希望。